Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys are enjoying the start to your weekend because I know I am. You know, I got some plans on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to them. So there ain't no snow or no rain getting in the way. If you're watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. To everyone watching, please click the like button and please share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you choose to share our video. And when I say share, please share, because again, YouTube do not send out the notifications to people on Twitter. So there's a share button. Please share the video out, and also make sure that you turn the notification on, so whenever we upload a video, you know when we posted a video. Because again, these notifications things is kind of wacky now. So please make sure you share, and also make sure you click the bell to turn your notifications on. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and I want to start with, so you can see the topic, the Grammys. The Grammy Awards are this Sunday. This is the 61st annual Grammy Awards. There's not really been any hype about it, not unless I got caught watching CBS. But otherwise, I haven't really heard anything about the show. But I look forward to seeing the show. And you know, I heard about the new drama that's surrounding Ariana Grande when it comes to the Grammys. First of all, I didn't even know she had a new album coming out tomorrow. But I know that their 7 Ring songs is playing ridiculous, and Thank You Next is just out of this world with the radio spins that it's been getting. And by the way, I started listening to the radio again. And Q102 plays like the same top 5 songs 20 times in a row. I'm starting to know all the songs now. That's top 10. But the drama with Ariana Grande is she was supposed to perform this Sunday at the Grammys. She wanted to perform her new song 7 Rings. Now the Grammys director, Ken Ehrlich, he didn't want her to perform that song. So
why didn't he want her to?
Because he felt like that song wouldn't connect with people. But the song is the #1 song in the country for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, that's weird, because I thought that we invite you to perform and then you choose what song you want to perform.
Yeah, I thought it was the same way too.
Because if that's the case, how did Nicki Minaj get away with that whole... Well, she hasn't been invited back to perform since. But.
Yeah. And then Beyonce, when she did Drunk in Love, Beyonce always do a new single, and they never had a problem with it. And, you know...
I had a problem with Drunk in Love when she did it at the Grammys. I didn't like it.
I just think it was... I didn't like her hair.
I didn't like... Yeah, I did not like that hair at all. I didn't like it. But I didn't really like the performance. I didn't think the performance was that hot. I thought that if I had to choose between her performance when she was pregnant with the twins and that... of course, the twins.
Yeah, that was much better.
Right. It was 10 times
well
better.
Thought out. Yeah.
Well thought out, much better. Her vocals were amazing. I'm not saying that they weren't amazing on her performance of Drunk in Love, but I just didn't like that performance.
Yeah.
And I don't think she liked it either.
Maybe, because you know she says she's hard on herself.
I don't think she liked that either.
Yeah, so you know, so Ariana Grande was like, okay, well, I'll work with you. Maybe I can do 7 Rings as you know. They was like, maybe you could do it as a part of a medley. But she was like, okay, but I still want, you know, she still want her songs. So next thing you know, she kept hearing no. So she said, I'm not going to perform. And then
that's when you're that big, when you can tell the Grammys, I'm not performing.
Yeah. And
somebody like me would be like, what? I'm performing with you. Old Mick fucking Donald.
And then, so you know, he came back to her. Like, they trying to get her back again to perform. And she said by that time, she made her decision that she's not performing at all in the Grammys. So today, Ken Ehrlich, he put out, they was asking him about the Grammys and stuff. And he was saying that Ariana basically wasn't ready, her headspace wasn't right to perform and stuff like that. So she's saying that he's a goddamn lie. So, you know, Ariana Grande about to have a #1 album. She has a #1 song in the country. She's nominated for Grammys, and she's not performing on the show. That is ridiculous. And I think it's ridiculous to her too for her promo, because, you know, you're going to have the #1 album. Whether it's streaming sales or physical sales, you still want people to buy your music. So I just think it's a whole mess. And maybe they can work out something, but I doubt it. But to have one of the biggest pop stars right now not on your show, you know, they had to get Lady Gaga to perform. So she's performing her song with I don't think it's going to be with Bradley Cooper, but she's performing Shallow on Sunday.
And she's nominated for an Oscar, which is
yes,
amazing.
She's definitely gonna win the Oscar for songwriting. But Glenn Close been winning. I don't know.
And this will be Glenn Close's first
Oscar. Yeah, and they said she was nominated for 7 times.
Yeah, she's been nominated for a long time. Glenn Close has she's one of those. First of all, Glenn Close is a legend in the film industry, but she's been in some amazing movies, and she's not won an Oscar for it. So
yeah, so maybe this is her time because nobody saw it. For her, everybody's talking about Gaga, and then Glenn Close. Glenn Close. So, the Grammys is on Sunday at 8 o'clock. One thing I don't like, there are too many songs in the Song of the Year category and the Record of the Year category in Best New Artist.
There's also too many performers that I don't like.
Yeah. And, there was this thing that J-Lo was performing, a Motown tribute. Now,
and they got people up in arms.
Yeah, and everybody should be upset because why would J-Lo perform in a Motown tribute when there was no Latino artists around at that time? That would just be like one of our black singers being a part of a Latino tribute. And
what do you mean no Latino artists at that time?
Like Latin artists on Motown. There was no Latin artists on Motown.
Oh, Motown. I thought you meant in general.
Yeah. So bitch. All these black artists.
What she sang?
Diana Ross is the only thing I can think of.
Right.
Yeah, but Diana Ross is performing on Sunday, which is crazy. Yeah, doing a tribute because they're not saying like what everybody's doing.
No, I'm saying that she performing during. It's a Motown tribute, right?
Yeah, they have I guess they're going to do like a 60th anniversary thing to Motown, and then on Tuesday they're filming a whole 60th anniversary.
Which I'm surprised that Berry Gordy still has not been honored at the Kennedy Center Honors.
Really?
He's never been honored. And he needs to be honored because I didn't realize how old he was. He's like 89.
Yeah.
He's old.
What about Quincy Jones? Does he have one?
Yeah, Quincy Jones was honored back in 01.
Oh, wow.
He was honored
at the Kennedy Center Honors. Yeah.
But to think that Berry Gordy's someone who was the father of Motown and all that music that came out of Motown, and this man has not been honored at the Kennedy Center Honors. I
think you need to be... we gotta get you to do a video and be like all the people that need to get in there before they go. Yeah, because you can't get one if you're dead.
No, you can't. Because the purpose of the Kennedy Center Honors is to actually be living and there, so that today's artists and people who were there when you were doing your thing can honor you. That's the purpose of it. I don't like how they've done. It's funny because I love it, but I didn't watch this year that just passed. I don't like their new format. I like some of the new format, but I don't like how they're doing certain things. Like this year, before, at the very beginning of the show, they had all the honorees sitting on the stage. Instead of them sitting in the box. And then once the show started, then they went up in the box. But it's like, why are they on the stage? I don't like how they're doing, I understand that they're trying to modernize it so that more young people can watch it. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, y'all ain't never had them honorees sitting on the stage. Don't keep them up in that box. Yeah. And of course, Trump didn't show up again.
Yeah,
he's not going to show up. He's never going to show up.
Yeah. No. And don't nobody want him there. Yeah. So I do know that I'm looking forward to seeing what Chloe and Halle do because they're scheduled to perform. And one thing I don't like when people who are nominated that they make them sing tributes. Don't make them sing tributes. Let them sing their fucking songs. These are the songs that got them to where they are. Just like Lorde was nominated, I believe she was nominated in the major category, and she was up there singing a tribute to somebody else. Why? Let them perform the songs that got them there, and stop having them being a part of tributes. So and then Chaka Khan was on Steve Harvey. She didn't talk about the Grammys, but since it was time to music, I figured I'd bring it up. He asked her, "Girl, what's missing from music today?" And she said, "Talent." And I agree. And now, we've all said this before.
Everybody agrees.
Yeah. Music back in the day, you were groomed, and now you're not groomed. But you're judged by your last single and your last album, or maybe your music video. So it's tough out here in these streets. But it's good when people create their own fan base, like on YouTube or sing on Instagram, because people already know who they are, and then word of mouth is going to get everybody else on them. So it's basically like you got to have another platform, not unless people like Ariana Grande started on Nickelodeon. Like everybody like started off from somewhere, but
Justin Bieber started out on
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you gotta, you know, I don't know why they don't have talent, but we jump on songs based on who they are or the hook of the song and the beat.
Well, that's because nowadays I feel like a lot of these artists are microwave artists, where we just want something that's we just want a single that's going to make us feel good, we're going to like, we can bump for that moment.
Yeah.
We don't really care. It's kind of like when Beyonce did that documentary a few years ago, and there was a clip in the documentary where she says, you know, artists don't even put out albums anymore. They're just putting out hot singles and then they're on to the next.
You know who I felt like that way? Rihanna. But now,
right.
She's like, bitch, y'all gonna wait.
Well, yeah, because I think she's realizing that, yeah, I need to put out some good, and it's not to say that Rihanna doesn't have good songs or good music, but it's like you know, I think artists need to focus on putting out good albums. And listen, I may not have a #1 single on my album, but this was a damn good album. You know what I mean? This was a good album. And I think back then, first of all, Chaka Khan comes from the era of Chaka Khan, Aretha, Gladys, Patty, Tina, Dion, Donna, I mean, Cher, the list goes on and on and on. Talented people, talented artists. They were not microwave artists. They were artists who actually put work into their crafts. They put work into what they did. And the fact that they didn't need a whole huge stage and all that, all they needed was a microphone, and that was the fuck it.
Yes.
And they sang.
Yes.
And they sang from the heart.
You know who I think the Grammys gonna make a star on Sunday? The singer Her. I think she's gonna become a star on Sunday. She's already is a star, but she has great music. Y'all really don't know her all like that. And I know that the people that's gonna watch the Grammys, they're gonna be mad that their favorite is not gonna win. Because Her is gonna, I think she's gonna sweep this show. I think it's gonna be good for her. I really want Toni Braxton to win another Grammy, but I'm thinking that Her is gonna win that too. Like it's gonna be the Her show on Sunday. That's my prediction for the show. But I'm looking forward to it, and if you're looking forward to it, the Grammys come on Sunday at 8 p.m. on CBS. But I hope the Housewives come back too, because I'm going to have to DVR the Housewives, because I need a little bit of drama. And they came out with a new trailer.
Were they on this Sunday?
No, because of Super Bowl. Okay. But the new trailer, it was fire. And it's like the new trailer for the rest of the season of the show. And it's fights. Nene and Marlo gets into it about Greg. It's going to be good. And you know,
clearly they made up, because we saw them recently at Andy's baby shower.
Well, you know, fights be happening because you know sometimes, like, I think it's because how Greg was acting out. Remember, I was telling y'all that Greg and Nene had some drama going on, so they were probably still taping. And then, but you know, Nene was heated that you're telling me about my marriage, like, girl. But I agree, but it probably wasn't the time because you got all those people here. But somebody had to say it. But we'll all be the judge when these new episodes show up, because I can't wait for them to come back from Tokyo. And Tanya is still there, but she doesn't have a peach. And she's doing, what you call them things? Confessionals. Where is her peach? I need her to have a peach on the show. So Michelle Rodriguez, listen, I don't know who she gave this, who interviewed her, who asked her what. But I am disappointed. And I mean, normally she disappoints people. But to say that you don't think Liam Neeson is a racist, he can't be a racist, because look how he tongued down Viola Davis and Widows.
Did she say that?
Yes, she did. That's equivalent to saying I can't be racist because I have black friends. Look who my friends are.
Look who I sit next to at work.
Yeah. Look what I do for these people. And I work with them, and like, it's just, girl, I don't know where you are now, but you are canceled. Sometimes it's just best to not say anything. Just like one time Tiffany Haddish was asked a question, and she said, I'm not the person for this. I don't really know it, so I'm going to skip. That's what she should have done. And a lot of people are upset with, you know, Liam Neeson. Like, this, people want to cancel him, and they saying he's a racist, or some people are coming to his defense saying that he's not a racist. But his thoughts were racist. And, you know, as a black person we say stuff about white people. But I know I'm not racist. But I be like, sometimes people have these thoughts or they have these feelings, and that doesn't automatically make them a racist.
No, it doesn't.
Even though we're quick to say it because we have been oppressed and we've seen it so much.
I don't believe he's a racist. I believe that he made a very insensitive comment. But not only that, it wasn't necessarily just a comment. It was him telling us his. Now, let me just say this, because we talked about him on our last video. Mm-hmm. I hate what he said. But then afterwards, I thought about it and I said, well, I love the fact that he was honest. Yeah. Because you can't get that from a lot of people, especially white people, because they're too afraid to be that honest because of the backlash. But he was honest enough to say that I had these thoughts and this is why, and this was something in the past. But the only thing, not the only thing, but the thing that really bothered me about that is the question that was originally brought to him was, you play these aggressive characters in your films, where do you go to find that anger? And you said that you go to find that anger, and when you go to find this anger, you think about that incident. Why are you still thinking about that incident all these years later?
Wow. You
mean to tell me you couldn't find no other incident in your life that brings that anger out of you when you're getting ready to shoot a scene?
Yeah, well, that means it's
dormant. It's dormant. And see, I think that's why a lot of people feel as though he is racist. I still don't feel like he's racist, but I think that there's something in there. Mm-hmm. Because for you to be an actor for all of these years, and the interviewer asks you, where do you find this anger from? How do you challenge this anger? And you bring up that incident, like, you're a man in his 60s. You ain't have no other incidents in your life that made you angry enough that you can think of? Mm-hmm. It doesn't, that bothers me with him. But I'm not going to be quick to call somebody a racist because, again, a lot of people have said some very nasty things. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of black people that have said some very nasty things. There's some, like, I saw this video where this black couple were arguing with this African woman on the train.
Yes, I've seen that video you posted.
And they told her towards the end of the video, oh, you need to get back on the boat. Then the husband, because y'all come over here and y'all get our education, y'all steal our education, this, that, and the third. You need to get back on the banana boat. And I'm like, I don't,
they take advantage of the same education we are offering.
And that's what she was telling him. Yeah. Like, you upset with me because I came over here and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But stuff like that bothers me. But then it also bothers me when black people don't condemn people like them. Mm-hmm. The first thing black people say is, "Oh, well, they're not racist. They're prejudiced. They're not." And it's like, but that's a mean, horrible thing to say. Can you imagine if that couple was a white couple saying that to that African girl?
Everybody would have went off on that train.
Everybody not only would have went off on that train, not even necessarily everybody. All the black people on that train would have definitely went off on them. But it would have been an uproar. Mm-hmm. But because it was two black people talking to another black person, it's not looked at as that bad. Nobody on the train, except for that one guy, came to that other woman's defense. Everybody stayed quiet. And then when it was posted on the internet, there were people that were upset about it. But the minute you call that couple out, then people, oh, no, don't say that because, black people, we can't be. And it's like, who would tell somebody to get back on a banana boat and go back to Africa?
Mm-hmm. She was just being ignorant.
Her and her husband both said it. But it's more than just being ignorant. Mm-hmm. They were doing the same thing that we don't want white folks to do to us.
Yep. Yeah.
And when they do it to us, then they're called racist. Yeah, immediately racist.
Yeah.
But then when we do it to other blacks, oh no, we can't be racist.
And what's funny, like,
it's like, why did we get away with that?
And white people shouldn't do it either because your people came across the boat on the boat.
Kevin, every last one of us except for them damn Indians came across on the boat. Yes. Those American Indians were born over here. Mm-hmm. This is their country. Yep. We all came over here on a damn boat. Yep. And somebody needs to really educate Tommy Loren for saying that Christopher Columbus did discover America.
No, he did not.
Well, she seems to believe that.
You know what?
What her ancestors did what are you talking about?
I'm done with her. They came over here, they killed people, they raped people, took their land, lied to people. Why you think Christopher Columbus? It's not even a house there no more. When I was going to school, it used to be closed. Like, it's recognized, but it ain't the day it used to be. Ain't nobody getting no day off from work for Columbus Day anymore. You're working. It's a regular day.
More people are getting off on Martin Luther King Day than they
Yes.
But I wouldn't even think about Columbus Day getting off, except for when I was in school.
Yeah, I used to love all of them. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. They don't close on them days no more. They used to be closed. They don't close no more. They be like, if it ain't snowing, or if it's, because I guess for ice, I don't know what it is, but I noticed that school closed now more for if it's icy outside, or if it snowed too bad, or if it's too cold, or school had no heat. Like, do y'all know the conditions we went to school in, and our our ancestors before went through to get to school? And you can't go to school for a little snow, but I know it's dangerous, so I ain't gonna judge them. But yeah, y'all got it much easier than we did. If it wasn't like the blizzard of '96, there was no days off. And they did a 6 ABC tweet about, do you remember? Yes, I remember where I was. I remember what I did. We went, like, it was like that week after we went back to school, like, or before, I think it was, we had Christmas break and we went to school for a couple of days, and then we was off another week because of the snow. Like, I remember that. And snow was so high. I've never seen snow that high in my life. But it was high snow, and we would go back and forth between my house and the neighbor's house. It was just fun. It was a fun week off. Snow fights, everything. The blizzard '96, I'll never forget. Or the blizzard '93, but yeah, I'm telling my age.
I don't remember that.
That was in March. That was in March of 1993, and I couldn't believe that it snowed in March, because normally, March is spring, and I was like, why is this snowing? Snow was everywhere. Okay, so the guy from the Hulu documentary Fire Festival, he is in talks to get a reality show. His name is Andy King. If you don't know who he is, I'm sure you remember the story of how he was telling the story about the bottled waters and sucking penis. So he's saying that network executives, and I think it's probably Andy from Bravo, they want him to do like a reality show where he's planning events for people, and they want to go over the drama that ensues while he's planning for these events. I think it would be, good to see. Like, I think it's a good opportunity for him. It's good to see what a planner goes through, besides seeing what wedding planners go through. Because every time we always see wedding planners. No, I want to see the best people put parties and events together. So it's something totally different.
I feel like there used to be a show like that on like VH1 years ago. I feel like there was. And somebody who's watching this is probably going to leave a comment saying there was. Remember how VH1 used to have all those different shows?
Yes,
they used to have the Fabulous Life of, and you get to see how the celebrities live their life. I feel like there was a show like that.
Celebrity Fit Camp, what's his name? Flavor of Love. I miss those type of shows. And VH1 was the place to be on a Sunday night. Oh, I ate good. I would come home, come here to eat, and then go home and know I got some good TV to watch. But if you really remember old school VH1, they would show the shows that's coming on that night. They would show them in the daytime, but nobody really would, be watching.
But if you stayed home, for whatever reason, you could watch them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. Like around 12, 1 o'clock, around that time, maybe in the morning or whatever. You're right. You're absolutely right. Kind of like how Power does, where it shows the day before.
Yeah. So those were the days. But I would like for him to get a show, because they've been memeing him everywhere. And then we'll get to know a little bit more about him. Bow Wow thinks there should be a biopic on his life. He's only 31 years old.
Bow Wow should stop thinking.
Yeah, and we know that, I forgot to talk about this, but Bow Wow got in trouble this weekend during the Super Bowl weekend. He got into it with his ex-girlfriend, and he was a little bit jealous of her talking to somebody at Shaq's party. Now, it hasn't been confirmed that it was Shaq, but they got into a fight. He tried to make her pack her stuff and leave. She hit him with a lamp. Look, he just looks fucked up in this in that photo.
Were they fighting in the party or in a room?
They fought at his hotel. because he wanted her out the house, out the room. He was trying to get her stuff out of there.
So they were there together as a couple.
Yes.
And then they got into a fight because
he was jealous of her talking to other guys at the party. Yeah. So it was just, it's ridiculous. They both were arrested for domestic violence and stuff like that.
But she whooped his ass.
Yes, she did. Bitch, that's embarrassing. That's Bow Wow for you. And you already know not Tiana Taylor. What's her name? The other one. Lil Mom said she gonna fuck him up. She will fuck him up. Don't play with her like that. These women ain't playing with you, Bow Wow, and you too short for that. So you need to chill. But I mean, I would maybe in like 5 years. But you know, I just don't want to see. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see Bow Wow dead in 5 years. I want him to really get it together, get his emotions in order. I want him to just get his life together. And I want him to stop thinking he is much bigger than what he is, because he is not. But yeah, sometime down the road we will see a Bow Wow biopic, because you've been famous since you were what?
Why do you think you would see him dead? I don't think he's doing anything that would...
He has, like, we hear the stories about his mental issues and stuff like that, and him just doing crazy stuff like this, what happened with that girl, and him getting in, like on one of them shows he got into it. Like they were talking about guns, and like him and Lil the Brat was in the club, and a fight was about to go off, and he thought somebody was trying to shoot him. Like, Bow Wow, you just need to leave them crazy people the fuck alone.
I think that Bow Wow, in regards to him thinking that he's bigger than what he is, I think Bow Wow is probably still has that 2003, 2004 mentality, yes. Because we all know Bow Wow was huge.
They say Mr. 106 in Park.
Okay, yes, he was huge. That was early 2000s. He was huge. And 106 in Park was his show before he became a host.
That's it.
Every time he turned radio, he had a song with a countdown. Okay. So yeah, but I think because he's no longer big like he was, in his mind, he's still living off of that. It's just like that famous movie, and I talked about it all the time. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Joan Crawford and Betty Davis, and they play sisters in the movie. The only movie they ever did together, because they didn't like each other at all. But that was the only movie they ever did together, and that was when they made that movie. They were much older, and their careers as big movie stars was done. And it just so happens that they were playing movie stars in the movie whose careers were done. And Betty Davis' character, she was the Looney sister, and she was just convinced that she would take this particular script to this movie studio and she would be big again. And she would live her life, she was living her life as if she was still this big star from when she was younger, and she wasn't. And it would hurt her feelings whenever she would come across somebody and they would tell her, well, you used to be a big star, or I remember you when I was younger and you're not that, you know what I mean? I think that's what Bow Wow's going through. Like, yeah, you used to be, but yeah. You're not 2004 Bow Wow. Yeah. This is 2019. Yeah. Nobody's buying a Bow Wow song.
No, I'm not even worried about Bow Wow.
I'm not even thinking about Bow Wow.
Yeah, but he think he deserves a biopic. Maybe in 5 years you'll get one.
And don't get me wrong, he should definitely get one in the future, but I mean, maybe, why not wait a little?
Live a little.
Right. Maybe he don't think he's going to do anything else to... Yeah, but just wait.
Yeah. And BET had a new show debut this week. It's like a story on Don Cornelius and Soul Train. I'm not sure like how much of the show is correct because I haven't really looked, but I know that I watched it and I enjoyed the stories. They had Kelly Rowland on this week. She portrayed Gladys Knight.
Let me ask you this, because I heard that, I think Kelly said it in like an interview where they said that she said that Gladys Knight was the first artist on Soul Train. Is that true?
Yeah. He got, and according to this show, he got
Gladys Knight. So when the Soul Train first aired, the Gladys Knight and the Pips were the first artists to perform
on the show.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But Kelly sang, she sang a couple of songs, but that Midnight Train to Georgia Kelly fucking killed that.
The ballad or the because I heard the ballad, the clip that Miss Tina posted on her Instagram.
Is that what she was singing at the piano?
Well, no, it wasn't. It was a song. I guess she was because it was slow. And Miss Tina, it was just the vocals. Like it was a still shot of Kelly, and then you could just hear the singing, but you couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, it was that one done.
Okay.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. Kelly Price is in it.
Who she play?
She's playing right now. It's like I don't think she's playing nobody famous, but she's playing a mother to the children that want to be famous want to be famous that's out there.
Is it a drama?
It's a drama. Oh, it's definitely drama. And Don Cornelius definitely ain't playing no games. Yeah. It's making me see him in a different light, not in a mean light, but he was a businessman. With me. Y'all not gonna fuck this up for me.
And I was a businessman.
Yes. Yeah. People fighting on stage at Soul Train. Oh no, you won't be fighting here. I don't give a fuck what happened. I said, yes, Don. So it was really good. But
look how successful Soul Train was.
Yes, for 40 years. That
was a successful show, and anybody who was anybody in the black music industry throughout the run of Soul Train was on Soul Train.
Like everybody.
Whitney, the Jacksons.
Yes.
Everybody was on Soul Train. Aretha, this is my favorite. My favorite performance of Aretha Franklin's Rocksteady is on Soul Train. And I tried to repost it so many times and it wouldn't allow me because of copyright.
Wow.
It is my favorite. She looks good. She has like this auburn afro. She's young. She kills it. She kills it. So if you want to look that up, look up Aretha Franklin Rocksteady.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it. Also,
it's on YouTube.
It comes on BET on Tuesdays, and they have another show coming on. And I was like, oh, the Boomerang show. I'm like, damn, I want to see this too. But I really want to see the movie Boomerang again because I don't really remember. Yeah, I don't really remember it. But I remember when it came out, it was a big thing back in the day. But I definitely want to watch Boomerang. Hopefully, I can find it somewhere where I don't have to rent it and watch it before the show comes on. And I believe that the Soul Train show is going to come on before. But one thing I want to say to BET is, if y'all going to keep bringing out all these new shows, stop canceling them after one season. Give these shows a chance and promote them more. And put the stars of these shows, put them on the couch with Wendy Williams and other TV shows, on other shows out there, so we know that they exist. So so far y'all got a great show with American Soul, and y'all was trending even when Donald Trump was on TV talking for an hour and a half. So you got a good show.
So now I'm going to check it out tonight when I'm at work.
American Soul on BET. So Gucci...
Not the clothing line, not the rapper.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Yeah. Yes. Gucci, the clothing line.
Not the rapper.
Yes. It's joined the list of racist advertisement companies out there now. I shouldn't have said it that way. Who has released racist products and then released a statement saying, diversity is among our important things and we would never as a company would want to hurt people, but y'all keep releasing racist clothing or products because you want people to talk about you. I just feel like y'all knew what y'all were doing. Whether you had a black person in the boardroom or not, y'all know what's going on. Not enough people are talking about Gucci. Let's put this racist racist sweater out, and everyone will be up in arms, and then people will be talking about Gucci again. It is so easy now for companies to do that. So Gucci, y'all always been canceled to me because I don't even wear y'all stuff. I don't buy your stuff, and a lot of these clothing companies are overpriced. But as a company, why would you want to do that when so many black stars wear your outfits and videos on red carpets? Every time I see that Gucci hat on Soulja Boy, I don't even like the meme, but like y'all are very popular within our community. Handbags, all of that shit. Why would you risk that as a company? Because you know that they'll be right back to buy your stuff. And if you're going to boycott Gucci, y'all got to boycott Gucci all the way.
They're not boycotting Gucci. Because Gucci's going to be just fine. I don't even think Gucci's going to put this out now.
Yeah, they got rid of the sweater. Yeah. It's a blackface sweater.
Yeah, I mean...
Who wears stuff like that? Did you see it?
Yes, I saw it.
Why
would you pull that up across your face like that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? And then stick your lips through that thing.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I would never wear anything like that. And some dumb people will buy it because it's Gucci, and they can spend their money on that.
Why would you buy a turtleneck
that comes all the way up
thing
like this?
Why'd you do that?
With red lips.
And let me ask you, where are you wearing that to?
Yeah.
You can't go to work with that.
Nope. I have no idea. But they know what they were doing. And they probably don't have no... I'm sure nobody buy that. But people probably bought it once they realized what it was, and, you know, they had to take it off their website and not the stores. Yeah, but Gucci, y'all tried it, and y'all know y'all tried it. Kim Kardashian will be sued, because she's not being sued right now. But the lawsuit, the man says he's going to file a lawsuit against her next week. Sued for $100 million because he claimed that he wanted to do a bullying campaign with her. He came up with this thing, and she would get 40% of the profits, and of course he would keep the rest. And that deal didn't go through because Kim Kardashian did a campaign with Instagram on anti-bullying. So, you know, he felt slighted by that. Him and his people felt slighted by that, that Kim Kardashian did that to him when she had agreed to do this campaign with him. And then he's suing Kim Kardashian for the Kimoji app because he said they worked with her on that, and she stole his idea, and she came out with her, you know, with the app on her own. Kim Kardashian's lawyer is saying that we offered to settle with him back in 2014, but he would not accept the settlement.
Right.
So clearly, to me, what went on is that Kim Kardashian did not offer him enough money.
Right.
So now he's saying that again. Like with his other two partners,
because she's probably making millions of dollars off of.
Wants a piece.
Yes, and he wants a piece of that.
And the lawyer was saying that the other two people signed the agreement, but he refused to sign. And then they said they offered him $150,000 with 5% of future profits from the app. But I say get as much money as you can. Now that you're going to sue for $100 million, you're definitely going to get a big settlement. You know, it's sad that these stars do this to people. And she's like, well, if I could promote you and make money from it, and being against bullying, why the hell not? He has her on tape saying that. So,
of course he does. Michael Cohen.
Yeah. So Kim Kardashian, girl, listen, maybe y'all should offer him a little bit more money. Of course, he's not going to get $100 million.
No. But what are they offering him that he's turning down?
Now, because the first time they offered him money, he didn't say how much it was for the settlement. But then he said he was offered $150,000 upfront, and then 5% of future profits from the app, the Kimoji app, or it could be the Kimoji app, because that's the only one I'm thinking that's generating money. But he's like, no, no. So he wants more, and he deserves more, because if he came up with the styles and designs and stuff, and Kim just took it elsewhere, hell yeah, that's just wrong. So. Kim
definitely deserves money.
Yeah.
Because Kim Kardashian's name alone
helped. She was going to get paid.
Right. And it helped push it.
Oh, what he also said is that for another app that he had, that he was illegally using Kim Kardashian's name. So he's like, we sued him before because of that.
This is what Kim Kardashian's people were saying.
Yeah, her lawyer.
But then they turned around and started working together.
Yeah. Correct. Well, this is for whatever. I guess he had like multiple apps, and I guess he was saying like he was working with Kim Kardashian, and they was like, why are you using her name?
Kind of like the Fire Festival.
Yeah,
this person's going to perform and
to sell the app or get popularity with the app, and she's not making money from that.
Do you think any of those people were even coming to perform at the Fire Festival?
No, I think that they said one was coming, but then they canceled, and then
a lot of the artists started canceling the day of the festival.
Yeah, because they probably realized something was going on. They had smart lawyers. I mean,
well, they should have realized that days or weeks before that, when they still hadn't gotten a check.
Their money, yeah. So, and most people want their half up front,
and
the other half when I get there. But I don't know how these big stars do it.
Well, you know, Aretha Franklin told them famously James Brown told her years ago, you get your money up front.
Yes.
And they said that's why she always carried a pocketbook on stage with her. Because all her money was in her pocketbook.
That's right. So if you want me to perform, give my money.
Give my money.
Yeah.
And I have. And I want it in cash and not a check.
Yes. And most of the time I think it was cash.
Yeah. Well, either it was cash or check, but either way she was paid.
Yeah, and it bet not bounce.
Bounce!
Can you imagine a Aretha check bounce? Somebody writing a Aretha check and a bounce.
Can you imagine her face once they told her to bounce? Bounce. Anybody who crosses their legs in their casket, excuse me.
Oh, right. They had her.
No! She ain't play about money.
Yeah, right. And 3 costume changes. I mean, outfit changes, whatever they call it.
Yeah, costumes, outfits, whatever. She wasn't going nowhere. I mean, where was she going? I mean, come on, let's be for real. No, seriously, let's be for real.
Oh.
They was taking her to and from that funeral home.
Yes, the way I think that they're doing an Aretha tribute on Sunday. I know Fantasia's performing. She's a part of it, and I think Yolanda Adams is somebody else. I don't care if they keep using the same artists, right, but I want them to do different songs, and I want them to. Okay.
I wouldn't give a damn if Fantasia sung did the whole tribute.
Yes, I wouldn't be mad at that either, because she could.
And they probably gonna give Yolanda Adams "How I Got Over," and I'm tired of hearing her sing "How I Got Over." There's way more gospel songs than "How I Got Over." Mm-hmm. And Aretha Franklin sang way more. And I can't wait until Aretha Franklin. Speaking of Aretha Franklin, I can't wait until her documentary comes out.
What?
The Amazing Grace documentary. When she filmed that documentary back in 1972, when she was recording her live album.
So it never came out.
They said
40-something years?
They said that it finally came out a few months ago. They screened it in New York at some type of festival or whatever. But over the years, Aretha Franklin had sued for them not to release it. It was her who never wanted it. She didn't want it to release for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. But now that she's gone, they screened it a few months ago, and now I read an article maybe back in like November or whatever, that they were preparing to release it this year. And somebody made a very good point in my comments when I posted Aretha Franklin on my Black History Month post, and they said the same way church folks ran out to go see Black Panther, they better run out to go see this documentary. I said, you're absolutely right.
It's coming out in the theaters?
It's going to come out in theaters, yes.
Oh, okay.
So one of her nieces had confirmed it. Like the family, they had showed the family, whoever has it, they had a private screening for the family. The family was ready for it to come out. You can actually see clips of the documentary on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's probably like 2-3 minutes or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But it's really good. And I remember I always talked about her Amazing Grace album being one of the, I think it was like, at that time, or probably still is, I think it's either that or The Preacher's Wife soundtrack as being the best-selling gospel album of all time. Yeah. And Aretha Franklin, her album Amazing Grace was recorded live in a church with a live, audience. Mick Jagger was there. He's in the documentary too, a young Mick Jagger. It's really good. Her father. It's really good, the clips that I saw, so I can't wait to actually see the documentary.
Wow.
Yep.
I wonder when they're going to release that, because I would love to see that. I didn't even know she had a documentary. Yeah. Never knew that.
They were filming while she was doing while she was doing the thing. What's the name was behind it too? Director Sidney Pollack. He died a few years ago.
I don't remember that name.
Yeah, he was a big director back in the day. So to have somebody like him
directing. And our final story, Brandy. Child, look, there's a rumor that Brandy canceled her Kennedy Center show because she wanted to lip sync with the orchestra, and they told her, hell no. There's no way you can have a live big band and you lip syncing during the show. It can't happen. So Brandy canceled.
Well, how do they do it at the Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
Like, are those people who are playing?
They probably lip syncing too, or it's recorded too. The whole thing probably recorded. I have.
Because how are they playing and somebody standing there lip syncing?
I have no idea.
No, seriously.
I don't work. Maybe you ask somebody. Who knows? Somebody out there, maybe somebody works for NFL.
Because you rarely see a lot. I mean, you know that you hear the band. Mm-hmm. You rarely see it, because I don't think I saw the band for Gladys Knight. You just heard.
Yeah, I only seen like the clip with Gladys Knight.
Yeah, the only person I ever really saw that I can think of where you see the band is, I remember Beyonce having that band right there, right behind her. I think Whitney Houston had a band too, but then they were saying that Whitney Houston lip sync. So I'm thinking, well, then how did you lip sync with a live band?
Maybe they out there lip syncing too. I mean, not lip syncing, but just they just there.
I'm confused. How does that work?
I have no idea. But Brandy was trying to make it come to life, and allegedly, and they said hell to the no. And before, like, first of all, we didn't find out till like the date of the event that Brandy had canceled the show because she was supposed to do 2 shows, one on a Friday night and one on a Saturday night. And somebody texted me that came up there from Atlanta and was just like, "Bitch, this show is canceled and I'm stuck."
Everybody always texting you or texting me or hitting us up to let us know. And it's like, well, I'm not there.
And I can't.
What do you want me to do?
And I definitely
the first thing they say is, the first thing no, you can't. The first thing they say is, listen, the first thing they say, well, can you call and find... What? Can you call and find... Can I call Brandy and find out why, so then I can tell you?
Yes.
What do you...
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
And all I know is I went to Brandy's page and I looked and she had 2 pictures up there and there was nothing to say anything about the show being canceled, and then she had the comments off. So I said, oh, because maybe she knew they was going to light her ass up.
But that's if this is true.
Yeah.
It hasn't been confirmed.
It hasn't been confirmed. So on the Kennedy Center's website, they said Brandy had vocal duress. Excuse me. Had vocal...
I'm afraid I can't do that, Scorpion.
What the hell? Mm-hmm. So they said Brandy had vocal duress.
But this is a statement that they had put out, that Brandy and them had put out when this first happened.
And then Brandy put out a statement afterwards.
Because I remember Frank Gatson was even posting about it.
Listen, I'm going to, I don't know, listen, I think that Brandy just needs to get it together. Because Brandy put a whole thing together, like, on why her show didn't work.
Okay.
I mean, look how long I'm scrolling. Look at all of that. Why would you do... And it looked like she was blaming people. From what I saw on why this show couldn't go, because they was pushing her and she didn't really want... This is all just some bullshit. And I think that when it comes to your fans, like... I'm just going to leave this alone because I don't want to say nothing mean. I don't want to say nothing out the way, but just be straight up about what's going on and stop bullshitting and playing around. Now we hearing that Brandy wanted to lip sync. It really was because she had her vocals wasn't messed up. But Brandy was saying this doctor, she went to see this doctor, and this was going on, and that was going on, and that was going on. But Brandy didn't have to put out a whole 4-page letter on why she could not do these 2 shows.
Right.
We know that this is something, well, I didn't know at the time this is something that she was doing, but she really said this is something that she was looking forward to doing. And if you got Frank Gatson helping you, you better put on a good show. I know you're going to put on a great show. But it did not happen. Then some people saying, oh, it was low ticket sales. Well, clearly it's not low ticket sales. But first of all, no disrespect, but why would Brandy even want to lip sync? Brandy is not, I've never known her to lip sync. And I've never known her to give like a bad vocal. I've never known her to do that. So to want to lip sync, that's something out the ordinary. And they were saying that she got stage fright. That's why she wanted to lip sync and she was uncomfortable singing. If Brandy can sing on Soul Train and sing on all these award shows and throw salt on Monica's name while she's performing, she could perform at the Kennedy Center with a big band and it'd be no problem. That's what I honestly think. Maybe something else was going on. I don't know. I feel sorry for the fans that paid their money and flew out and came all the way out to places and they ended up being canceled. I feel bad for them. But if Brandy's going to do a show like that, I hope that everything gets together and she has the people she needs working with her. And that she don't have, and I hope that she knows she don't have to put out long ass stuff on why you couldn't perform. Just say you apologize to the fan. It was very important to you that you got this done, but you really could not physically perform the way you wanted to. And maybe people could keep their tickets or they can get a refund. If you really wanted to do the show, that's what some artists would do. I will do this show. Hold on to your ticket, or you can get your refund and hold on to your tickets, and we will reschedule for another date. But I think it would have been awesome to hear an R&B singer with an orchestra. I don't think I've ever heard before. And to hear those songs in that way, I think it would have been amazing. Something different. So, yeah, that's all I have to say on the issue. And I want to say thank y'all for watching our new video. We will see you guys next week with another new video. Hopefully the Grammys is amazing and that Alicia Keys does a good job because she's hosting for some reason. Did you know that The Rock was supposed to host the Oscars this year? But
before or after Kevin?
Before Kevin Hart. And I think that maybe The Rock was the one that said, well, let Kevin Hart do it. But The Rock said he couldn't do it because he was doing Jumanji. And he said they tried to make it work, but...
Well, Kevin was doing it too.
Well, he must have been doing... He might not be a part of Jumanji Part 2, I don't know. But yeah, that's why he said he couldn't do it.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to go.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Peace.